Hello, beautiful people. So it is Monday. I was just editing my Zodiac Academy Book 1 vlog when my computer decided to do updates. The little rascal. So I figure I'm going to have to occupy my time. So for the SJM along this month, we were reading Air of Fire, which I've already completed, and A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I am dreading. This is my least favorite book in the ACOTAR series, mainly because of Tim Tam, and which I do like Tim Tam as a character. Excuse me, sorry, my hand's getting a little tired. I do like Tim Tam as a character, but not in this first book. I feel like he's a very nuanced and complex character, but also he gets on my nerves, and him with Feyre in this book, I don't like them together, but I am dreading it. I wish that I had the graphic audio to listen to, but I'm a broke bitch, and I have this already, so we're just gonna have to read it physically. I am gonna be annotating it, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same deal as what I did with Throne of Glass series. Probably not, just because this is red, blue, and green, and I don't have a red. Good excuse. Plus it's quite a bit of work, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. As you can see, I'm on page 3. I have already annotated this copy, so this will be like a second round annotation. It's a good book. It's a great book. It's a fantastic introduction to the series. It is my least favorite book in the series. But we're going to read it. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. I love Sarah J. Maas, and I love this world, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun reading it, and it's going to be a good time. I painted my nails. They look like orange in the camera, but they're not orange. I promise they're like gold. I was channeling Aelin when I painted my nails, and now we're hopping straight into Feifei. I think I'm going to plan on doing a Zodiac Academy vlog once per month, so that by the time we get to December, which is the release of the 8th book, I won't have to wait so long for the next book. But I did order all of them. They are all in my possession, except for the 5th one. The 5th one's still on the way. I need to check Amazon for that. But I have almost all of them in my possession, so I will not have to purchase them or anything. I just don't want to read all of them and then be stuck on the cliffhanger like everyone else. So I think I'm going to be doing those once a month. There is a novella, which I think I'm going to read next anyway, because it's super short, and I didn't put the novellas in my calculations. And also there is the book 1 as told by the boys, which I think I might read as well, just not at my leisure, just because, like I said, I did not calculate that in my calculations. So we'll be reading book 2 in June, book 3 in July, book 4 in August. What are months? I don't know. Book 5 in September. Book 6 in October. Book 7 in November. And then book 8 in December, which is exciting. So it all works out. I just have to practice some self-control, which I'm really not good at. Where series are concerned, I'm really not good at self-control, but we're gonna practice it. We're gonna try. Welcome to Tuesday, babes. Let's narrate some shit. Chapter 3. Good morning, everyone. I'm doing a little bit of work this morning. I figured I would, include this part of my life into my vlogs because I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I'm still reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I actually excuse me. Well, now I have no freaking idea what page I'm on. So last night I decided to actually pick up the graphic audio version of ACOTAR because I was trying to read it. I was trying to get into it, and like I said, this is my least favorite book in the series. It's one of my favorite series, but this is my least favorite book in the series, and I've already read this book 4 times according to Goodreads. So anyways, I decided to pick up the graphic audio. I've never even listened to the original audio of ACOTAR, so I thought it would be interesting, and it's really good. I'm not crazy about the narration of the just general narration. I'm not sure if it's the same voice that plays Farah. I'm assuming that it is, but the narrative portion, like she walked into the woods, it's a little bit breathy for me, but you know, I think it's actually really, really, really well done all in all. I really like the narrator's interpretation of the actual voice, the dialogue of the characters. It's really, really good. The only thing that's a little bit throwing me off a little bit is I like to, a lot of the times when I'm just sitting, I can't just sit and listen to an audiobook. I have to be doing something. So I was reading it while I was listening, and some of the things are, I think they do this to make it more, to suit the audio better, but some of the little like paragraphs will be switched around. So I'll be reading and then I'm like, that's not what she's saying. And then I'll have to go down here and it's down here and then it hops back up to here and then it goes like that. I don't know. It's just really weird. But that threw me off a little bit, but we're going. And it's really good. I really like Tamlin's voice. So that's what we're doing. I do have a little bit more work to do, a lot bit more work to do, if I'm honest. Here we are. It's 11:30. I need lunch. I haven't even had breakfast, but such is the life. Hello, gorgeous humans. It is Wednesday, May 25th. I have been writing on my rough draft. I've kind of got the first half of the book planned out. I'm just using like a Google Slides sheet and it's color coded to match like different aspects of the story. Sorry, you can hear people going down the road. And today I've written about 10 pages. It's going well. I think it's going well. I think the story is progressing the way that I want it to. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and do some chores around the house, and then maybe write some more later. However, I think the story is progressing pretty well. So I am writing a fantasy story this first book is kind of like a Lost Princess kind of deal. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm writing. This is my first time writing this book. I feel like I'm getting better as I go, and when I go back to edit those first couple of chapters, I'm going to be rolling my eyes and groaning at a lot of the things. So I'm really liking my progression. I like the things that I've written today, and I think they're better. I think I get better and better every day, and that's all you can really ask for, right? So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the writing. I'm loving writing this story. It is a story that I've wanted to write for a long time. I originally had written a kind of short story type of thing a couple years ago, and that story has inspired this whole fantasy story, and I'm using the previous story that I had written as the kind of chapter quote headers things for this story. So I'm reusing that one because I really liked that story, and it's inspired this whole conglomeration of fantasy. There's multiple species, there's magic. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and it's going well. Okay, so I am officially the worst vlogger ever. I have not vlogged in a few days. So I completely forgot to vlog because every spare second that I had, I was reading. So we're just gonna talk about it, okay? We're just gonna talk about it. So I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was reading ACOTAR. I finished it. I finished ACOTAR, and it wasn't as painful as I was thinking that it was going to be. I actually went and listened to the graphic audio for the first time. I have never listened to the normal audiobook for ACOTAR. I've always read it physically for some reason, but I listened to the graphic audio, and it was really good. It made it really enjoying. It made it really enjoying. That makes no sense. It was really enjoyable. I was listening to it in the car. I was listening to it while I cleaned my room, which, by the way, it needs to be done again. Just be glad you can't see it. I was listening to it when I was doing the dishes. I was listening to it at all points of the day that I could. And it was really, really, really good. I really loved it. The voice actors for the guys especially, I really liked because I was nervous because I don't really like male narrators that much, but I really liked them. I really liked their voices. The only thing that I can say that I didn't quite like is that since it is a graphic audio, there is sound effects, and most of the sound effects didn't bother me, except for when it came to some smooching. There was some smooching scenes, you know, obviously, in ACOTAR. There was some smooching scenes, and there was like kissing sounds and grunting and things, and I didn't really like that. Especially since it pretty much seemed like every single time there was a kiss, it played the same kissy moany thing every single time. So it was the same sound every time. That's the only thing I didn't like. So the main reason why I have not updated is because I have spent every spare second that I have reading the Unseelie Prince series, whatever that series is called. So right after I finished ACOTAR, I think the only thing that I had left on my TBR for May was the Unseelie Prince. So I read that. I really liked it. If you don't know what it's about, pretty much we are set in like the olden days, and this woman named Abigail, whose husband has left her, she is kind of like a witch, not really a powerful witch, but kind of like a witch. She casts a spell every night to hopefully her husband to return, but instead one night she is answered by a man who turns out to be the Unseelie Prince, the Crown Prince, the Unseelie Prince, who wants to become the Unseelie King, but in order to do so, he must take a wife. And so he steals her. He steals her ass straight out the cottage. It's really good. I've seen a lot of mixed things about it, and I completely understand. I still don't know whether or not I love these characters or hate these characters most of the time, but I think that's all in good fun. I think those kind of books are some of the best books, in my opinion, because they make me feel things. They make me feel frustrated. They make me feel happy. They make me irritated and angry. But so far, I rated the Unseelie Prince 4 stars. I've rated all of the ones that I've read. I've read the first 3, and I'm getting ready to start on the 4th one right after I get off here. So I rated the first 3 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked them all. The only thing that I can say that I have a small complaint about is the cock blocking. The cock blocking. And I think I said in my TBR that this is the series where in the 3rd book, the kind of author dedication thing says, yes, by the way, they do have sex in this one, which, yeah, it's a full 2 books before they have sex. So it's a little bit of a cock block, and it's also one of those situations where I feel like the main couple is constantly getting separated for reasons. There is a lot of reasons. Actually, there's a lot of politics that is going on during this series, but I really like the world, and I really, really love the side characters. The secondary characters are phenomenal. I love them so much. Valroy, the Unseelie Prince, I feel like he is supposed to be kind of not necessarily unlikable, but he is one of those characters who is bad, and he's not going to change for anybody, which I really like. I think that's a breath of fresh air, but I really like it. I think it's a breath of fresh air. I've never read anything like this. There is some primal play in there, so if you don't like that, maybe not pick it up, because Valroy, he's a beast. He's a beast. But that's all I have for you guys this week, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with another video.